Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Hello and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Do you know what? I'm fucking disgusted. I genuinely am fucking disgusted at the outcome of that game. I'm joined with my brother, James Redmond, Everton 2, Liverpool 2. Like, if you'd have seen the scenes, bro, and I'm sure you're the same, when Henderson scores that goal, which was perfectly fucking fine, and I predicted, didn't I, that we were going to win 3-2. I predicted goals. I just cannot believe we're coming away. One, when they've still got 10 men on the pitch, they should have had 9 men, and 2, that wasn't offside. Talk to me, I'm fucking fuming, bro. If you're watching, please like, comment, subscribe to the Kop TV, subscribe to James Redmond if you haven't already. But a lot of the comments coming in, James, are agreeing with me that the game is gone. Pickford should have been sent off. I cannot believe it, James. Talk to me, bro.
The game can just fuck off, Alex. And I'm not trying to do it for suspense. I'm not trying to do it to get thing. Yo, I'm fucked off by that. I feel worse now than when we lost 7-2 to Aston Villa. in a more angrier way. Like, obviously, the Aston Villa was just confusion. You just kind of knew straight away it was a one-off. Even you said it became almost laughable. But how Alex, and I'm going to be swearing a lot, so don't need, like, I won't be holding back. How the fuck does the referee come up with them decisions? How the fuck does he come up with some of the conclusions that he made in that game? First off, because it's not just the goal at the end. First off, you said it perfectly right. That goal is perfectly fucking fine. There's not one thing wrong about that goal. And Peter Crouch said it best just after the game. I got a glimpse of it. And he said, what happened to giving the striker the advantage? And why are we talking about armpits and the edges of elbows and shit bollocks? Call us Liverpool. How about Everton? And it's not. And I'm not even more angry at Everton. It's the system. It's the what you've titled this video, talking about VAR. It just takes it out of the game. My live match reaction will be out tomorrow. I am still going to put it out because I'm not a pussy. But one thing that you will see, the absolute sheer joy and passion and love on my face when Henderson put in a goal. And believe me, if I was an Everton fan or a Liverpool fan and that happened to us, I'd be happy right now, but we would have got away with it. But the fact that Everton, and this is where you get the bit of salt, Everton fans, so enjoy this, the fact that Everton couldn't fucking beat us when they're at their fucking best. We've just come off of a 7-2 loss to Aston Villa, and they should have been down to 10 men after 2 minutes, as well as many other decisions going against our way throughout that game, especially the biggest one of all, which I didn't even think was possible, when Virgil van Dijk went off the fucking pitch. How do you ignore that Pickford thing? And then how do you give that for the Henderson goal? That was perfectly fucking fine. And it's outrageous the way they've got away with it. Don't get me wrong. Now, this is where I give our lads credit. Absolutely fucking congratulations for the performance that you put in. Was it perfect? No. But with the circumstances that were set to us due to poor decisions, we did the best with it. Virgil van Dijk comes off, Gomez comes on, sounds. I know we'll break down the game proper in a sec, but I'm just giving a briefing. He sounds, but the midfield, boss, attack, boss. And overall, to compete against that shit, that tells me a lot about my champions right there. So if there's any positives to take, it's that.
I'm struggling right now to take any positives. Do you know what, bro? I have to say it. This is the worst fucking job in the world when your team don't win.
Alex, I'm not going to lie to you, brother. I love you so much, but I weren't going to come on here. And I'm not just saying that for Spence. I swear to God, mate, it couldn't be fun.
100%, bro. I didn't even want to turn the mic on. I genuinely, when we get disheartened like that after 2 disgraceful decisions that essentially have cost us the game, and let's not hide from the fact that Pickford gets sent off, we get a penalty, the game's over before it's even begun if that happens.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe a 3 or 4-0 win. And right, let's just chronologically start this off before I go fucking mad here. So 2 minutes in, we score. Brilliant start. I said to you on your Instagram live 10 minutes before the game that I reckon we can nick one in the first 10 minutes. We did. Then that little pig-looking rat with the T-Rex arms that needs a fucking good hiding tonight, Jordan Pickford, absolutely threatens to end Van Dijk's career. How that has not been given as anything, and it's just been looked over, painted over, glossed over. I just like it just makes me want to just not be a fan of football anymore. The game has fucking gone. That is a disgrace. He could have easily ended his career. The only thing I can take out of that is thank God Van Dijk walked off the pitch and not.
Thank God Van Dijk's a fucking stud. Otherwise, because if that's someone with pig legs like Sturridge or something, then mate, that's game over.
Career's over. So he gets away with that. And the thing is, if you watch it back, Pickford knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. He takes him out and then puts his arm straight on Van Dijk because he knows he could have ended his career. It's a fucking disgrace how that's not a red card.
If any, I don't care if the Queen, her fucking self, her Majesty came to me and said that was okay. If she says that to me, I am giving her a punch to the jaw. I don't care, mate. That's outrageous. That is outrageous. And the fact it weren't even looked at because it was offside. Are you crazy? So in future, are you just going to allow that to happen? Yeah. So if it's out of play and there's beef because it's out of play, are you just going to leave them to it because it's not in action? You can fuck right off. And Liverpool are being fucked over majorly today, mate. Massively.
Over massively. You know what? With your logic there that you've just said, in the future, I could be that far offside and I could go up to Pickford and absolutely rock his jaw, put him on the floor, disable him. He's almost dead on the floor, but because the lino's got his flag up like that, I get away with it. That's literally what they're saying. That's the logic that they've used there. And it's an absolute fucking disgrace. And I've never been this angry on this channel before, bro. I never have been. I've always kept it calm and composed, whatever the score, or tried to laugh off the Villa game. But that is an absolute joke and a disgrace how we haven't come away with 3 points there. So anyway, Van Dijk fucking goes off. Joe Gomez comes on and instantly flappy hands Adrian can't save a header that's straight at him. I don't care how fast the header was, James. I don't give a fuck. When the ball hits you here and your arms are like this, it's just unbelievable how he's not saved it. And I knew when that corner came in, when Yerry Mina came up, when Keane came up, when Doucouré comes up, I knew they were going to score from that corner, bro. I knew it. That's 1-1. Half time comes. I mean, Mo Salah scores a great goal, 75 minutes, great reaction finish. And then Calvert-Lewin with a great header, to be fair to him. But again, he hangs on the back of Robertson. Why isn't Matip or Gomez looking around going, he's their star man. He scored 10 goals this season. Why is one of us not fucking picking him up? Joke of defending. Great header, though. I can't deny that. Again, Adrian's footing for that second goal. Shocking. He dives after the ball's gone in the fucking net. That's 2-2. And don't even get me started on the last one. An absolute world-class pass from Thiago. No look into Mane. Swings it back for Henderson. I wanted him to score that goal so much. And it's not even offside, James. That's the thing that I can't get my head around. Keown said it. McManaman said it. It was not offside. Fuck me, that's a disgraceful decision.
No, I was even thinking from the offside watchings, like, how is this even a discussion? Because I went in, I ran into me man, I celebrated, and it came back, and then it was checking VAR. I was thinking, what part of any of that is a VAR check? I thought it was absolutely fine. It shouldn't take this long, and it's just... Do you know what, Alex? I don't really know how to sum that up. And it speaks fucking volumes, the fact that we're coming off one of the most embarrassing defeats in the club's history, and we've just came and for top of the league, got a draw, and we're the most angry we've probably been in years. And I think that's an absolutely fair assessment, because we haven't had many games like that, especially where we've came out infuriated because we know they're probably going to bounce back the next week. Absolutely. And do you know what, mate? To take away from all the bullshit that happens in the game, the performance was fucking class. Thiago was unreal today. He is unbelievable, and I'm so happy that we got to see what was the first game of them three in the midfield of Henderson, Thiago and Fabinho, because that has potential. Fabinho pressing like a motherfucker all game. Yes, defensively, I thought when Van Dijk first went off, it was all the frailties, but that's what you've got to put it down to. You've got to look back at that first decision, and I don't want to make this whole video about decisions, but it's like the change of system, the change of tactical awareness. It's if that's our goalkeeper who does it to them, obviously in some way we look at it as like, well done, but 99 times out of 100 you'll get a red card for a challenge like that. That's where we'd be saying you're a fucking stupid twat for what you've just done. And that's what Jordan Pickford has got away with today massively. And he's actually, with the outcome of it, probably came out as man of the match, even though he absolutely fucked it up on the last one. As for Adrian, you mentioned Adrian as well. Adrian's just, he's got a mistake in him. From now, I'm done being angry about Adrian because it's not his fault. He's the one who's being started. He can only play as good as he can play. And the be-all and end-all is, yes, he should be saving that. But I thought we should have went and got a new goalkeeper. And I'm in no position to tell Jürgen what he can and can't do. He's got us the European stuff and all that. But Subasic was available, top-class backup goalkeeper. Jack Butland was available. Should have really pushed more to get him. And today, you can see that Alice, not only Adrian's confidence was shot through the goals, but also you could see that cross from Gomez. I can't remember exactly what minute, but he parries it over the bar. Just parries left, right, and centre all game. That discloses a sign of a lack of confidence in a keeper when they can't even keep hold of the ball because they're too scared to. So,
I mean, it's a joke. It's an absolute disgrace. The thing is, what is the point of having the technology there if the people who are using the technology aren't giving the correct decisions? It's not, for me, about the technology. It's about the people fucking using it. And don't even get me started on the tackle. I'm not even going to fucking call it a tackle. I'm going to say GBH from Richarlison on Thiago. That, again, could have been a fucking career ender. I'm struggling to watch those clips back of any of those tackles. They kept playing the Van Dijk Pickford thing over and over again. It's the picture of this video. I can't even watch that back. Every time I watch that, I had to shut my eyes. They had to resort to kicking us, trying to end people's careers. How Thiago got back up from that, I don't know. And then makes for Hendo. It's a fucking disgrace, bro. The game's gone. Even Fabregas has just tweeted now, how is that offside? The game's gone mad. And it is true. That's completely robbed us of 2 points. 3 games played now. Our last 3 games, win, draw, loss. And now we've got Ajax on Tuesday with potentially an injured Van Dijk. It's a fucking joke, man. It's an absolute joke.
You know what, Alex? This is where I'll have to intercept. It's absolutely wrong the way they were flying in challenges. One thing I said in my live match reaction is this derby looks like it's got a bit more animosity towards it again. So I'm not angry. The fact that Everton players have turned up today wanting to take our legs off, fair enough. If that's how you feel, you've got to beat us, you've got to. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of that, but that's just what it is. If Liverpool players had to take that approach because they was that good, then fair enough. But the overall conclusion of it is, my mate, is that it's the referees, it's the decision making, it's the everything that weren't really that much of a problem in our sport 2 or 3 years ago. That's now one of the biggest frailties in football, taking away moments like what that was. I'm sitting here by myself on my bed and I still felt so much emotion when Henderson put that ball in the net, and when it's given a disallowed because of mate, we've lost the league title to inches before.
Millimeters, bro.
11 millimeters. We've lost the title to 11 millimeters. So the fact now that we're losing a Merseyside derby win, which we deserve. I don't give a fuck who comes at me. We deserve that win above anything else. And there's not even a question about it, and I wouldn't even let anyone have that argument with me. But in that conclusion, it's the referee's fault. You can't blame anyone from Everton. Pickford still got kept on the pitch. He should have been sent off, but he's done everything he needed to do from there. And just, Everton fans, you can be fucking thankful for this one because we let you have that one.
Yeah, I mean, Everton fans genuinely, of course, they all know that Pickford should have got sent off. But I wonder what they'd be saying if that did happen and if the ref did make such a crucial decision like that so early in the game. I genuinely think it was, 4 or 5 minutes in this thing, the Pickford thing.
Yeah, but still, I don't care.
Listen, I get that you have to, sometimes in a derby, let things spill over a little bit and keep your cards in your pocket. But I don't care what planet you are from, bro. That's a red card. All he needs to do is go, right, if it is offside, it's offside. But hang on, foul play after. And obviously at the time when Pickford did it, he didn't know there was going to be an offside flag given, did he? Or if he did know, that makes it even worse. Because he's looked over, seen the flag gone up, and then fucking got him, which is a disgrace. I can't believe that we've been let down like this today, bro. This is one of the worst VAR examples that we've had since it's been existing, since it's been invented. A lot of people here are saying it's a effing disgrace. 11 millimeters. Oh, mate, James. Again, it comes down to, I don't know whether to laugh or cry or start smashing the gaff up. Because
no, this is different. This is different for me. Last week I could laugh. This week I want to punch someone's fucking head in, mate. Like, I'm fuming, lads. Honestly, I'm fuming. Like, you can fuck right off trying to tell anything about that game. Like you said, this is one of the worst parts about our job, and it's like right now I can't even formulate a sentence that's going to sound reasonable or professional enough to allow anyone to feel better. But just fuck them referees and fuck VAR.
I mean, this Felix Felder, you're going in the bin, fella, for that comment. Absolute joke. You're getting your time out there because how can you say Salah is a disgrace? Scores the second goal. Klopp's rightly fuming. A few things to come out of this game. So we want to know if Thiago's okay. We want to know if Van Dijk's okay. I mean, Henderson, if there was one player on that pitch today that I would have loved to scored that winner, bro, it was Henderson. In my match preview, I predicted the score would be 3-2. And like yourself, bro, when that third one goes in, I'm running around like a madman.
Oh, sorry, Alex. Is my thing went off there?
Yeah, we can't see you. We can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that, mate. I don't know what's happened there. Sorry, what was the question?
Wait, let me bring you out and back in. 2 secs.
I'm not sure. Do you want me to leave and come back in dead quick?
Yes, bro, if you can. So whilst James does that, get your comments in. We've got Theo and Darren waiting in the wings to speak to me after James. We're still going to speak to him for a good 5 minutes, so still got a lot to get off of our chests. It's just an absolute joke, guys. And again, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying not to smash the gaff up. James, where do we go from here now? We obviously have to dust ourselves down from this. Klopp's not going to let us think about the bad things that happen too much. But there's a game on Wednesday. It is a Champions League game. It is away at Ajax. I'm just so dejected right now. I literally feel like we've had that scraped away from us and we've lost the game. That's how I feel.
No, you're right. No, you are right, lad. It does feel like more of a loss. But the only thing I can say is Jurgen Klopp should not be... the only anger that all Liverpool fans and Jurgen Klopp should have pointed in the direction of the decisions and who was making them decisions in that game. That's it. Because the performance, like you said, Adrian's questionable, but we know he's questionable. So that's where you've got to look at something else. But then the defence was sound other than the goals. And I know that's an easy thing to say, other than the goals. It's something that Michael Owen would say. But, like, it's just, he did switch off for them moments, even leading up to the corner. The defence switched off. But the full-backs were really good throughout the game. They created so much for us. Same with Everton's full-backs, to be fair. But then the midfield was the best I've ever seen it. Yeah. And it's the first game of them. And I can't wait to go forward. So, in terms of a performance, what a goal from Salah. Sadio Mane, what a finish. A chance that sometimes you might not take. Matip on the other end of the pitch, nearly getting a header. There's so many things that go against us today, lad. But the performance itself was a million times better. Didn't even look anything like that Aston Villa game. Not at all. And you know what, mate? For that reason, I can take the positive. And we have got to remember, this is a different Everton team. The fact that we could have played that well against them today is very fucking good. That's probably a better result than if that was a Man City today, because Everton are arguably in better form. Well, they are in better form, and we played brilliantly. And we still shown that we're better than them. That's one thing that I knew today. Like, I knew that anyway, but we proven it all the more on the pitch. We said, we're still the kings of this shit. Yes, you might have 3 more points than us, but remember, it's 5 games in, and we're the fucking top dogs of this league, and we're coming back. And when there's decisions like that, there's just nothing the players can do, mate.
Nothing they can do, but it doesn't get any easier as the minutes go.
No, it doesn't. It does not. It really doesn't. I'm fucked.
To accept how that's offside. I mean, the pass from Thiago, Mane lets it roll across, swings it back. Obviously, listen, Pickford should be saving that. But when Henderson's wheeling off like that, it's like you can't fucking celebrate anymore. You can't celebrate anymore. And I was fully celebrating, running around thinking that's the game done and dusted. And when the commentators themselves are saying they've got it wrong. That is not offside, it's onside. I just don't understand how you know, if a keeper makes a huge mistake, he's on the back pages of the paper the next day. Everyone's calling for him to be sacked. If Klopp makes a huge mistake tactically or with personnel, he gets a load of attention on him negatively. If a player makes a mistake, a back pass or a red card, they are in the headlines. But if a referee makes a mistake, offside, not a red card, it's just forgotten about. Why can't we hold the people accountable for these wrong decisions, bro? That's what I want to know. When is VAR and these motherfuckers in Stockley Park, which is near Heathrow Airport, by the way. It's not even anywhere near where the match is being played. When are they going to stand up and go, that should not have happened, we should have given him a red card? When are they going to take some accountability? Because I'm fed up of getting this, oh, let's celebrate, we've just won the game 3-2 last minute, get in. To now, I'm sitting here and I've never been this angry on this channel, bro. I've never been this angry. And it's an absolute joke. And everyone who's making comments is pretty much agreeing with me. It was daylight robberies, scores on boards here. James, just before we leave you, and we've got some other lads waiting there to come on as well, where do we go from here? How does Klopp really calm everyone down after such a disgraceful end to the game? Where do we go, bro? What happens now?
You keep it the same, because like I said before, mate, we play brilliantly, and there's just sometimes that you can't do much about a Van Dijk going off, because that performance defensively doesn't really happen if he stays on the pitch. You can't do nothing when the referee's so fucking stupid and the people in the VAR room are so fucking stupid to not realise that that's a red card for Pickford. Nothing to do about that. What you can influence is the fact today we did play well, and just tell them to keep doing that and more, because don't fix what's not broken. Just keep improving, keep getting them together in training, keep the chemistry building between all the players, and then the Ajax game will come, and whatever happens there, happens there. But as a performance today, there's not one player on that pitch, including Adrian, including Joe Gomez, that I'm angry at.
No, I don't want to aim any of the anger towards the players.
No, you haven't aimed any of the anger at the players. I understand what you're saying about Adrian. The only thing I want to remind people, because I've even fell short of this myself, is the fact you've got to remember he's just not that good. It's not his fault. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, when I saw Pickford, no, not Pickford, sorry. When I saw, what's his name, Butland signing yesterday, I mean, Diego will be happy with this signing. But genuinely, when the headline come up, Butland signs for Palace on a 3-year deal, I genuinely went like this. I was like, I cannot believe, and I'm not being funny, bro, Butland saves that today. That header from Michael Keane, the one that comes straight at his face, where his big fucking gloves are that are made to catch balls, he saves it. And another thing, and this is, you're so right, bro, because this is the reason why we can't have a go at Adrian, because it's not his fault. We should have bought a new keeper, and it's our fault. We've got no one else to blame but ourselves. He is not good enough to play in goal, yet when he does it and he makes a mistake, we can't act surprised. But the footing thing for me, he's just not aware of how long it might take for him to dive across. He cannot physically catch a ball. We saw that with Andre Gomez's cross that ended up being a shot. He gets it over the bar. What the fuck has happened to goalkeepers not being able to catch the ball? Honestly, bro, I might have to get down the boxing bag in a minute and just let some go. Maybe put Stockley Park, print it on the bag. It's a joke.
I don't really know. I want to throw something else in there, but I don't really know what else to fucking say. It was just
nothing more to say now, bro.
No.
Nothing more to say. Listen, James Redmond, my absolute brother. Listen, we've got a new show starting next week where I'm sure we're going to talk all about this. It's called From Kop to Bottom. It's a Premier League roundup show filmed in a live studio, which is going to be amazing, and it is bringing a smile back to my face. So let's try and concentrate on that. We know we've got Rob today. They were out to hurt us. That just shows the difference in class. They were trying to kick us and end our career. We just zipped it around like champs. James, my bro, much love, and I'll see you very soon.
See you later, brother. See you later, everyone. Peace out.
Darren, all the way from Dublin. Bro, are you as angry as me in one word?
Yeah, fuming, Alex, absolutely. I mean, VAR was brought into the game to cut out controversial decisions, to make it crystal clear so that we could see that's offside, that's onside, that was disallowed, allowed, etc. But I mean, today, if it's not offside, how can you give offside? Absolutely. Just shocking decision. Atrocious. It was major high honours today, daylight robbery. And I mean, when Henderson knocked the ball in the net, I said, well, that's justice, because I mean, Everton were trying to run the clock down. Richarlison, a leg breaker on Thiago. Obviously, in the first half, Pickford on Van Dijk. I mean, how many times do you see in football, Alex, and playing yourself, where someone's offside and you react by kicking the ball away or doing something and you're booked? Why wasn't Pickford knocked today? Do you know what I mean? Even though the play had stopped and it was a offside for Van Dijk, which was clear. But just two major decisions today. If we get one, going our way, which we should have got the 2 by the way, but if we get 1 going our way, we win that game. So it was a huge game changer today for us. But I was proud with the lads, how they reacted from the last defeat, proud with the togetherness today, that unity, that fight. And look, Everton, I mean, had to resort into playing the game the way they did, into leg breakers, into just being a shambles against us today. Their best start to a league campaign ever, probably. I can't remember when the last time was. We were hammered in our last game. Confidence was low. We've a keeper in goal that has been just truly bizarre with his decisions and his goalkeeping. Yeah. And I mean, they can't beat us. So will Everton ever beat us in the league? I don't think so. I didn't think they were going to beat us today. So that's the only thing I can take away from this game today, was that we didn't lose, because another day if them decisions go against you, Alex, you surely can't take anything from a game. It's an absolute disgraceful decision, and someone has to be held accountable for this, because it's just not good enough. It's really, really bad.
Like, Klopp is now apparently saying that the Van Dijk injury is not good, right? So if you're sitting there and you're Van Dijk, and now you're going to be out for some time, and you look around the squad now, and our only 2 fit centre-backs at this stage, the ones that ended the game, Gomez and Matip. I'm not being funny, but does this not highlight the fact that we should have maybe got a 4th choice centre-back and a better second choice keeper? Because today the keepers let us down. Listen, we can blame the officials, and we can blame that, and rightly so. They need to be fucking held accountable for those 2 disgraceful decisions today. But at the same time, our keeper should have saved that first goal. I don't care what anyone says about it. Came fast in his face. His hands were there. All you do is that, which is the wrong thing to do anyway, but that's what he does all the time. Or just catch it. Let it fucking hit your face. I don't care. Save it. It's not good enough, Darren.
Yeah.
Like, I can't go on much longer having him in goal. And again, like James said, it isn't his fault. It's not his fault.
Yeah, well, it does go to back to where we probably should have got another centre back in, but was there someone available there that was going to improve us? Like, I mean, I know we're looking at Fabinho slotted in as 4th choice against Chelsea. He played alongside Van Dijk, and then after it came, to be fair, the lot said, well, if he's going to be our 4th choice centre back and putting performances like that, we'll take it all day long. So yeah, we do want a centre back, but yeah, we'll praise someone when they do well there as well. Look, it's a tough decision to make, but at the end of the day, the decision to bring in a 4th choice centre back wasn't made and didn't happen, and the same with Adrian. But I think the one fault probably in Klopp, Alex, is that when it comes to goalkeepers, okay, take away Alisson, he signed Karius, he was really poor. Adrian's come in back up, he was really poor. Now I would say for Klopp the argument is that we never thought Adrian had played a game time he played. It's like first game of the season, Alisson goes off and he's out for weeks upon weeks, and Adrian comes in. Now fortunate enough we won every game he was in, but you could see the mistakes and the howlers he was capable of doing, which he's consistently doing now. So, and then this season, you don't expect already early on the season that Alisson's going to be out for the period of time that he's out and Adrian to come in. So there's an argument for both, Alex, but certainly looking at the bigger picture and looking at the reality of it, we should have brought in a 4th choice centre and a better second goalkeeper, absolutely. But I wouldn't have wanted us to sign Jack Bullen. I wouldn't have wanted to go near him. I think there was good reason why we didn't sign him. I think it would have been panic. It would have been just a reaction to everything going on. And I don't think he's even any much better than Adrian. A lot of people disagree, and I'll hold my hand up for that. But I'm sticking with Adrian over Butland. I wouldn't go near Butland at all. Absolutely no way.
Really? What makes you say that? Because
we had a choice.
And we can ask this to the viewers right now. Who would they have wanted start that game, knowing that Alisson was injured? Would it have been Butland that we could have gotten a free, by the way, or would it have been Adrian?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
I would have stuck with Adrian.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, he's played enough time for us. He's put in performances for us before. I know, like, he got away with it with the Super Cup at the winning that time on the shootout, but he has that kind of unity. He's a part of that team. He's a part of Liverpool's plans. He knows what's going on there, so that's obviously a benefit to him. But I just wouldn't have wanted to get down the road of signing Butland. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think Adrian is any way better than Butland, but with the two of them, I'm saying just stick with Adrian now. Hopefully Alisson's back sooner rather than later, which the news on him sounds promising, by the way, that he will be back sooner rather than later. And just ride out these couple of games now where we have Adrian in. I mean, Sheffield United next week is at home. I'm confident we're going to win. Are you confident even with Adrian, or is today after changing something for next week, do you think?
I mean, how long are they saying that Alisson's going to be out for now? Because it was 6 weeks, 4 to 6 originally. It's probably been 2 or 3 weeks. When is he back? I mean, does anyone know?
Well, it's not official, Alex, from what I hear, but he'll be back in possibly 2 weeks' time. So we've Ajax, Sheffield United. So I think it's the game after that. I'm not sure actually who we play. I haven't looked at the fixture since. Who we play the following weekend after. It's the long weekend over here.
Yeah, and someone let us know in the comments. But now they're saying, well, we've got a mix of people saying Butland for me, Butland is shite. The Thiago injury doesn't look good. I mean, the news just keeps coming out of that game today, and it's just bad and bad and bad. Like, if Thiago's out now, if Van Dijk's out now, as well as Alisson, potentially our 3 best players, and I'm just, oh mate, I'm gutted with that performance from the officials today, Darren. I mean, talk to me about how we dust ourselves down and go again for Wednesday, I think it is.
Well, hopefully Van Dijk won't be back, and he won't be rushed back either. And I agree not to just rush him back for the sake of it and it being long-term worse for him. But I think Thiago will be okay. I'm just optimistic about Thiago. I mean, we've seen how good he was today with Henderson. Thiago comes back, Henderson, Mane, and it's like as if they just got the lads together. Sorry?
Thiago is unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. World class. I mean, that no-look assist at the end, Alex, and then it's brought in then across to Hendo. I mean, it's unbelievable. Today he was world class. The game that we seen him and he made the most passes in the Premier League in the second half with some stat like that flying around against Chelsea. I thought today he's only going to get better. He's going to grow into the team. He's going to be more consistent. He's going to get more game time, and he's going to show us why we signed him. And he's just, I mean, he's bossing it in there. He's absolutely brilliant. Him and Henderson today midfield bossed it. You have Mane come back today again, bossed it. And Mane was unbelievable. And he touched. So, I mean, to bring the 3 lads back was great. It was just a pity, an awful pity, what happened with Van Dijk having to come off and with them 2, and sorry for the language, poxy decisions that went against us today. Because, as I said, 2 of them should have went with us. And if one of them goes with us, which the 2 should have, by the way, but even one, it's a game changer and we win that game. So, it's outrageous this day and age with VAR brought in to have no controversy, and now there's more controversy because of it. Makes no sense in my eyes. It's a shameless, shocking, very bad decision. I'm lost for words when I talk about it, but I'm just fuming over it, rightly so. And I mean, as I said, at least Everton didn't beat us today, because if I was to say to before the game, decisions like this go away, you think we've no chance of getting anything, from the game.
Right, I want to get this picture up, boys and girls who are watching. I mean, that obviously was given as a red card, right? And rightly so.
Yeah.
But look at Thiago's foot there, bro. His studs are in the ground. To me, how Thiago's not snapped his leg or broken his knee there is a miracle, because that's, listen, I know screenshots of the impact moments maybe are taken out of context slightly, but that right there is nothing short of disgraceful. And you know what? The mad thing, bro, Pickford's was worse than that. It was worse.
Yeah. Shocking. But that's what I'm saying, Alex. It was just as at the end when we got 3-2, I was jumping around the room celebrating and saying that's just as we deserve that. And I'm not one to talk dirty about teams are bad, but Everton today was no sportsmanship. They were dirty. They were settling for the 2-2. Richarlison went in on Thiago, rolling around like a child on the ground like he's being taken out. I mean, you don't want to see that. And Everton got to that level today, which was a disgrace. I have a lot of respect for Everton, by the way, and Angelotti on the work and job they're doing. But when I seen that today, I thought, no way. I have no respect for Everton. It was absolutely sham. Look, we love to see tackles flying in the derby, Alex. We've missed that in the last while. We love to see controversy in it, but that is an absolute disgrace. And that, for me, was just way, way over the top, and it was nasty. It's that's not a tackle flying in. That's a leg breaker. That's done on purpose. And Richarlison deserved, obviously, to be sent off, but Everton deserved to lose the game. Not just for that, but with Pickford then was even worse. And then Pickford at the end, a shambles. Little arm Pickford again on Henderson's goal. I mean, how bad he was. But Everton are not going to do much this season, Alex, in terms of top 4. I don't think. Not with shambles like that and with resorting to that level. I mean, as I said, it was their best start to a league campaign. They got 2 massive decisions in their favour today, and they still don't beat us. They're never going to beat us in the league, Alex. I've said it coming into today's game in my match prediction. they're not beating us. I mean, there was a bit of a song going around like, what was it? There's not a trophy to be seen because Liverpool have swept them clean with Mr. Sheen. You know, but I'm fuming. What can I say, Alex? You know, there has to be. We just have to try and get on, brush ourselves down, get into Sheffield United next week. Another big reaction, another big win, hopefully.
Yeah. All right then, Darren. Listen, thanks for your thoughts. Always a good one to see you. And we'll see you again on Wednesday night after the Ajax game. Take care, my bro. Right, Theo, we're going to do a quick 5 minutes of you. How are you doing, little man?
I'm fuming. I just can't understand how within 5 minutes Pickford wasn't sent off and we didn't have a penalty. Like it just for that much offside. Like that it could have been a career-ending challenge. If it was someone else other than Van Dijk, then that injury could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know the extent of the injuries yet. Both of them will include Thiago and Van Dijk in that. But Klopp has said in his press conference after, he said Virgil plays with pain quite often, but he couldn't carry on today, and it's not good. That's what Klopp said. What do we do now at centre back? Are you happy now going into the next game with Gomez and Matip starting? They did okay, I guess, but lack of leadership and lack of organisation when Calvert-Lewin scores that second one. And the first one they got, I'm pretty sure that if Van Dijk was playing, that's the area that he sits in, and he would have headed that out.
Yeah, I think maybe it does show that we maybe should have signed a fourth choice centre back.
I agree.
You know, now if say next week Gomez gets injured or Matip gets injured, then I don't know what we're going to have to do. But yeah, I think VAR today is being shocking. I think if they're making decisions like that, especially with that last offside, then they may as well just be sat there in that car park with a magic 8 ball asking for the decisions, because they're not. It's just, I don't see how it's offside.
I mean, I've seen the picture of it again, and I still can't see how it's offside. I'm not going to lie to you. I am struggling, and I think because they've used this line, the yellow line that comes up on the screen, because they've used that in the past, they've brought it out today, and they've tried to maybe look at it like it was clear, but it just wasn't clear. No. And like Crouchy said in the studio after, he said, what has happened? And this is why the game has gone. But he said, what has happened to giving the attacker the benefit of the doubt, especially when we score a goal from it, and it's such a huge call for you to say that was offside. It's huge.
In that moment, it's a Merseyside derby, really late on, and like, who else to score that but Jordan Henderson? I nearly broke my back celebrating, jumping off the bed on the thing, and then it takes. And I saw a tweet from a Specsavers saying, at the Premier League, and they said, "Oh, do you want a 5-minute chat?" I like with that line that they brought in. They're saying it was to do with Mina's shoulder, but then they're saying with the Van Dijk one, it was because of it was drawn in by the shoulder. So I'm not sure how they can they can say that was offside. If it was to do with Van Dijk's shoulder. But if Mina's shoulder, then I'm not sure how both of them decisions could have been made.
Yeah, what as fans, right? The only thing that we want to know is why these decisions were given, or why decisions weren't given, right? That's all we want to know. It's all we deserve to know. If we're paying these stealing, robbing motherfuckers 15 quid a game to watch it, the least we fucking deserve to know as fans. And sorry for swearing, I know you're a kid, lad.
That's fine.
But the least we deserve to know is why or why not decisions have been made. And it's so easy now for people in this car park in Stockley Park to sit behind a laptop or a computer or screens or whatever and make these decisions with no emotion. I just cannot believe it. And I just want to see someone take account and come out and say, look, we got this wrong. It's not going to help us get over the fact that we should have won that game 3-2. But I just want to see some accountability, and that's it.
I think the only thing I can take from this game is the performance from Liverpool was absolutely amazing. Thiago was brilliant. And then it's like last game when we lost 7-2 to Aston Villa. Like that game, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Like it was like, but this game, I just feel so angry. It's
so angry.
frustrating.
Right, Theo, hopefully we can see you next week. We've got Ajax and then we've got Sheffield United at home on Saturday. But Theo, try and get over this one, mate. Take care. Thanks for coming on. Right, Hitman, my boy. Fresh from the 0121 grime sit on Sir Spyro Shelling. I'm trying to smile, bro. I'm trying to take my mind off things, but you showed it. But talk to me, bro. Is nothing short of daylight robbery. Absolute local disgrace. Try and just calm me down, bro, and give me something to go.
You know what?
Fucking angry.
All I can say is after the performance against Villa, I thought it was class today. Like everything was perfect, apart from obviously the first 5 minutes. Pickford should have got a red card for our first foul on Van Dijk. He was onside by a mile, so I don't get it. Like today's just been confusing. We outplayed Everton all over. They got 2 good goals, all right, fair enough, but we won the game fair and square. For them to give offside, it's just a mad one.
Talk to me about the start of the game. We obviously go 1-0 up, and then the incident happens. I think that would have been 2-0, right? He would have got sent off. There would be a penalty. We would have scored the penalty.
Exactly.
Would have been 2.
And there would have been 10 men down. Yeah. But for the majority of the game, we would have blew them apart with 10 men. Because I just know, like, they couldn't have handled us with 11 against 10. No chance.
That's what I said earlier on in this video. I did say that, look, if Pickford gets sent off 5 minutes into the game and we're already 1-0 up, they have to take off a Gomez and bring on a fucking keeper. Or they have to take off a James. The game is...
It changed the whole game. Trust me. Like, when I seen that, I thought... And you know what confused me even more? They gave Pickford a yellow card. So if you gave him a yellow card, clearly it's a foul.
They gave Pickford a yellow for that, did they? I didn't actually see.
They gave him a yellow card. So if you gave him a yellow card, clearly it's a foul. So it should be a penalty. So, like, we've robbed twice, man. Even the last goal, he's in line with both defenders. There is no chance. Whatever match you watch, he's offside. No way. But, I don't know. I think the referees must have been Everton fans, to be fair.
You see, this is the kind of shit that we have to say now. We're joking about it, of course, but
man,
it genuinely feels like we've been robbed today. And I cannot remember the last time, because let's be honest, bro. The last 3 or 4 years has been a lot to smile about being a Liverpool fan, right?
Definitely.
There's been a lot to smile about. But however, today it just feels like the game has been gone, and it makes me sad. Like it genuinely makes me sad to see the game going in this direction. It's
sad, man.
And, you know, Dan Walker himself has just tweeted, whatever your allegiance, we need to have a good look at what way we want football to go. I love the game to bits, but this all feels wrong with a picture of Mane clearly onside. The first reply is Lee Dixon saying the game's gone. Everyone is saying the game is gone. The game's dead now.
Bro, like, it's gone, man. Like, they're ruining the game.
Fuck.
They're proper ruining the game. Like, if you can watch that game, and you know the worst thing, they're gonna watch that back now and realize they're fucked up, but they can't do nothing now because the game's gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way that Mane is offside. Like, the more you think about it and watch it, you think, no way. It's like they're trying to rob us this season. That's how it feels like already. They're trying to rob Liverpool every time something's happening. It's like, what the hell? How's that offside? Like, I don't know, man.
I mean, this is. It's so blatant that there's clearly something going wrong here, because I've got 2 images up here on my Twitter. I'm actually going to get them on the show for us, and we're going to discuss them now. Hitman, let me just screenshot these and get these up for you, because we need to see stuff like this. If this stuff is happening, then we have to see stuff. And the clear thing for me, right, we're going to get the first picture up right now, and this is for the first incident with Van Dijk and Pickford. You can clearly see here that the line drawn to show that Van Dijk is offside is drawn. If it just loads up quickly here, So we'll get this up on the screen now for everyone to see. So Van Dijk here next to, I think that's Digne, but you can clearly see that the elbow, his Van Dijk's offside was drawn to his elbow. Yeah?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if that's
clearly
not, he would have got a penalty and Pickford would have been sent off, yeah? The second one, which is even more ridiculous, which has been floating around Twitter now that we're going to get up to, is this one.
Even when I seen the Van Dijk one, I thought, he's onside. He's cleanly onside.
Yeah.
So I was confused, like, I don't know, man.
We'll put this in the middle of us. You can clearly see that Mane's offside has been drawn to Mina's shoulder. So why is it his hand and Mane's shoulder that's been given offside?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like the more you see, the more it gets you angry. Like there's no way it's offside. Because at first, when they first played the ball, I thought they played it because if you see clearly, Mane was offside, but then he sprints onside. So I thought they played it for where Mane started running from. But obviously the ball was still playing. So when he's onside and they've played it to him, he's in line. So there's no way he's offside. If he played the ball and he was still running from the position he ran from, then I'd understand. But he's got back in line before the ball's even played.
I mean, Edwin van der Sar himself hits. This feels so not like football. These decisions made by computer programs should be there to restore a mistake or a clear and obvious offside missed by the referee, but not this. Not this.
No.
I mean, Ancelotti has come out now as well and said that he didn't see the Pickford tackle or foul or GBH assault claim, that whatever you want to fucking call it. He says the decision was affected by the offside. Unfortunately, Van Dijk's had an injury and I hope he recovers soon. To be fair, the only person coming out with a bit of class from this game is Ancelotti, to be fair. We know he's a classy bloke anyway.
Yeah.
But it's different.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Jurgen Klopp's come out and said it's getting harder and harder for us to take. This is the best derby we have played at Goodison Park since Klopp.
We have.
The goals have been. I leave the pitch and Thiago thinks, and Thiago tells me he thinks he was injured from Richarlison. So many things wrong have happened in this game. It's hard for me to sum up.
Richarlison did that purposely. I feel like he wanted to injure him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if the tackle made before that, he didn't even have to make the challenge. There was already a foul.
I mean, VAR's finished, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they need to get rid of it now. Unless they're going to review it and go over it properly, then just get rid of it. Old school referee and linesman. That's it.
Oh, bro, it's a tough one, bro. Look at that. It's an absolute joke. Some more comments coming in from Anish. Everyone else irritated by that smug look on Pickford's face. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Of course he did. Of course he did, man. He's a dirty guy, man.
But what I don't understand about this, and Diego makes a great point, we've eventually seen refs go over to the screen and make the decision for themselves. The referee, the on-field referee, should have the option, should he not?
But I thought that's how VAR worked, to be fair. I thought you go over to the camera, look at it, then make the decision. But he didn't do that. So it's confusing me because when you watch other games like in European countries, the ref comes over to the actual screen, has a look, and then makes the decision. But it's not like that in the Premier League. So I think they need to review it properly. Because if the ref has a chance to go over and look at the screen himself, he can clearly make the decision for himself without the VAR people. They're only supposed to be there to help the ref, but now they're making decisions. So it's a mad one, man.
I just can't get my head around this game. It's a tough one to digest. When it's back to your team, bro, it's tough because we see VAR getting decisions wrong almost every week now, especially in the Premier League. So it's difficult when it's your team to accept them. Obviously, we're going to have decisions that go for us and more that will go for us throughout the season. But when Pickford gets a yellow, it's just tough. And Henderson, I was so happy for him, bro. I'm sure you were as well. But I was going mental when Henderson won it.
I celebrated because of the fact, like the whole game, Everton were playing dirty. If you watch it, you know, bro, they was trying to foul out a lot of the game. So when I seen the goal going, I thought, yes, man, justice. Like, what the fuck? Like, and then they said no goal. I'm like, nah, they're taking the piss. It's a tough one to take, man.
It's a tough one.
We deserve the 3 points, definitely.
We've been let go of 3 points there. We've got to, in my opinion, now come back with a convincing win against Ajax, and we have to beat Sheffield United on Saturday as well. God willing, God hope that we can.
Yeah. Ajax will be a tough game.
And yeah, sorry. What's your thoughts on Wednesday's game against Ajax?
It's a tough game, you know, but I don't know because Ajax have sold a lot of their key players from last season. Ziyech's gone. You know what I mean? Van der Beek's gone as well. So I think they're a little bit less stronger than they would be last season, but Ajax are always a hard team, so it won't be easy. I think we'll beat Sheffield United. I think we're actually better than. Like I think Sheffield United are going to struggle this season. I've already said it, to be fair. I think they're going to struggle. If we play like we did today against Everton, Sheffield United won't have a chance. No chance at all.
Yeah,
but it all depends if Van Dijk's back.
We played football today. They just wanted to kick up. That was their game plan.
You know what was a good sign as well? A plus. Matip was class today. I think Matip, he's very underrated. Like, to me, to be fair, I think Matip should have switched over with Gomez, and he should have let him sweep and Matip on Calvert-Lewin because he's better in the air. But I don't know why they didn't do that, to be fair. Like, I think Matip is very good in the air. Every time Gomez went up against him, he lost the header. Do you get what I mean? So I think if Matip and Gomez play, Gomez has to be the sweeper because he's got the speed. So you have to make Matip play the Van Dijk role if he's missing, I think.
Yeah. All right. Here, you make some good points, especially about Calvert-Lewin beating Gomez to the air almost every time today.
Every ball, man. It's a bit worrying.
But listen, we'll see you on Wednesday, bro, and next week too.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man.
Enjoy your weekend. Guys, apparently there are 63 people watching this right now. We have 68 likes. If you are not pressing like and you've come here to watch this video, shame on you. Press like. We need all the help we can get, especially when things aren't the same with me not being able to be outside the stadium and speak to maybe 10 or 12 fans and give you 12 videos. We have to condense it and put it all into one for you. So please help us out. Comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. And all the Liverpool fans who are gutted tonight, trust me, I'm with you. The pain is real. And I cannot believe that we've not come away with a win this game. So we're going to love you and leave you. We're back again on Tuesday with Top of the Kops. And then we have a new show coming out from Kop to Bottom on Wednesday. And then, of course, we have the fan cams Wednesday night as well after that Ajax game in the Champions League. Of course, Soslan here is right. The ref bottled it tonight. Pissed off. Pickford should have got a red. Absolutely agree. I just can't settle. I need to put another game on so I can forget about this one. But yeah, absolutely gutted that we couldn't come away with 3 points. But listen, the signs were there that we're playing better. The signs are there that we've got a class midfield. You saw how well Thiago played tonight, this afternoon, sorry. So the signs are there. Let's just hope going forward that Van Dijk's okay and Thiago's okay. That's all I want. But guys, take care. I might even tomorrow do a player ratings video. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that, and we can really dissect the game again. Maybe I'll get James involved if you guys are up for it. Would you like to see a kind of round up the day after player ratings video? Please let us know in the comments. But yeah, absolutely gutted to not have come away with 3 points, but we moved. Take care.